All I want is the perfect audition microphone for my students. And they give me so many excuses why they can't record themselves. Like, it's not allowed according to the rules on the audition booklet, or they're wearing, the wrong kind of clothing. Maybe they're wearing a dress and there's no pockets, or it's too embarrassing or too uncomfortable to, turn it on in the warm-up room. So I've been looking and I found one. I found the best microphone for people taking auditions. So I did this big test last year. I bought a whole bunch of different super secret James Bond spy microphones from B&H. There was a USB key mic, a pen mic, a different pen mic. There was a heart pendant necklace. That would not be totally inconspicuous if I wore that, for instance. But I tested them all. I tested them against a Zoom recorder and my real mics, and I found that for the purposes of audition recording, this one was the best. This is a spy pen with a microphone inside. You just click it down like that, and it starts recording. Hello, hello, you can hear my voice right now. Thank you very much. So my idea was you can just slip it in your pocket, clip it there, and they may take your phone at the audition, but they're not going to take your pen. If you can't put it here, if you don't have a pocket, then at least you'll have music with you and you can slip it on the music. Just clip it to the music. That was my best, idea for that situation. But it had one problem, which is that the sound was terrible. The actual audio was terrible. It was slightly less terrible than the others, but it was still very bad. But there's something better. I can't wait to show you. It is called the Rode Wireless Go 2. This is definitely the new best microphone for auditioners. Check this out. Actually, I'm taking off the plastic. Ooh, fancy. It's what I'm going to recommend to all of my audition students. I'm using it right now to record this video. So there's going to be two main purposes that you'll use this for. One is obviously to record your auditions, and the other one is for actually recording mock auditions. And there's a very special feature that this one has that I am going to show you. Let's go into the Met and I'll show you how it works. So the Rode Wireless Go, it has 3 separate boxes. These 3 boxes, this is the mic. I mean, actually it's technically 2 mics and a receiver. So you see these 2 are the mics and this is a receiver. So you can use it in 2 ways. You can use one mic by itself, or you can use 2 mics at a time that are each feeding into the receiver, so that one mic is the left channel, one mic is the right channel. Okay, so this is the first way you'd use it. And here we are in our fake warm-up room, getting ready for our fake audition. So I have the device here, and basically I just click it on by pressing the bottom. Da, 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 da. And there we go. This little light goes on, and yeah, it's a little light. So, right now I'm actually recording my voice with the other one right here. I have it hidden, sort of, but you can sort of see it. I mean, if you know what you're looking for, and I guess if you were looking very carefully, you'd be able to see the little blue lights. It's kind of hidden right there, but where else could you hide it? I mean, you could just literally put it in a pocket, just like that. Or get creative. You can put it in your belt loop. Maybe you can just find a little place here. So like I have it going in my belt loop right there. I just lay my shirt under it, and there it is. Now, what are you hearing now? Little scratchiness. So this is where that little fuzzy can come into play. So let's put the fuzzy on. There we go. Now the fuzzy's on, and I'll put it in my belt loop here. And same thing. You can hear it, but it's not as bad. Anyway, I'd show you, putting it in my sock, but currently I'm wearing, no socks. Put it under your clothes, put it somewhere that's out of the way, and you can just increase the input gain until you know it's going to pick up your instrument even through your clothing. All right, so we got our microphone set up. Now let's go in the audition room and take the audition. Sorry for the interruption, but I did just want to mention that if you are interested in learning an organized, structured approach to preparing for an audition, I am sharing the 5-step process that I followed to prepare for and win my Met audition. It's the same process that I teach for people about how they can prepare for auditions. It's called the Audition Cheat Sheet. You can download it at robnopper.com/audition cheat sheet. All right, so here I am playing the audition, of course, and I have my microphone secretly looped onto my belt loop as before. And here's what it sounds like. So that's what it sounds like out of the Rode microphone attached to my belt loop. And this is what it sounds like with my real microphones, which are AKG 414s, around $1,000 each. So yeah, it's better out of the expensive mics, of course, but at least you can hear the difference between what great mics sound like and what this mic sounds like, which is not that bad. And remember, we are comparing this against what the Spy Pen sounds like, or what nothing at all sounds like, because so many people just decide not to bring in a microphone to their audition and record it. Testing, testing, sibilance, sibilance, sibilance. So let's look at the other use for this, which is for mock auditions, and specifically for comparing what you sound like next to the instrument with what you sound like away from the instrument. Because here's the thing, when you are only listening to yourself right by where you are right now, you're making all sorts of decisions. You're making decisions about the spacing of notes, the shape of a crescendo, the amount you're rubatoing. If you just make a teensy tiny adjustment, you are making a big enough adjustment because you're right there. You hear the direct, immediate change when you make a tiny adjustment. But somebody who's far away from you, somebody who's sitting, 50, 100 feet away from you, is hearing a much different version of what you're doing. If you're on stage at an orchestra hall and somebody's out in the audience, you have to make a huge adjustment to impact their hearing if they're sitting out there in the hall. So what we're going to do right now is we're going to compare this mic, which is on my shirt right now, which is the one you're hearing me talk through, and this mic, which I'm going to place as far as possible away in this room from where I am, and we're going to listen to the close and the far mic back and forth. We're going to contrast how it sounds. So let me go place this. Going over here, going over here, going over here. And let's see, should we put this, how about let's put this kind of, behind the chair by the wall, just sitting right there. How about that? And so, okay, here we go. It's facing that way, and my drum is over there. So that's what we're going to compare. I'm here, you're listening to me close, and you're listening to me far away. So check this out. I'm going to play something that is super delicate with little grace notes that are fast and tight and soft, and I'm going to make it sound perfect from where I'm standing. So you have these two grace note figures where there's two grace notes and then the main note, and then you have these one grace note figures where it's one grace note and the main note. We call those roughs and flams. It doesn't matter. The goal is to make them seem pretty fast and light, but also to exactly hear the right number of them so that the non-percussionists on the panel aren't looking at it like, what the hell's going on? So with the close mic, I can crush them and make them super light and crisp and crushed towards the main note, and you can hear them totally fine. The far mic, or the people listening on the panel, are not able to clearly hear those grace notes. And so if I wanted to make it sound right to them, I would play something more like this. that may sound right to the far away mic, it sounds weird to the close mic. But that's the point. You have to find a way to change the way that you're shaping, your music so that it doesn't matter what it sounds like to you. It matters what it sounds like to them, and you have to get used to what it sounds like to you when it sounds right to them. So that is the point of this. So let's take a listen to the left and right tracks of what we just heard. So check this out. That's how it sounds with you at the instrument, with your ear right next to the instrument. Fascinating, right? That's what it sounds like to an audition judge. This is the wide version, where I really widened up the grace notes. And here it is far away. You have to start instinctually understanding that your sound is not what you hear. Your sound is what the audience hears, right? The listener. So this is the one you should be working on. And using these two different mics in this way, where you can go back and forth between close and far, is exactly how you can build the instinct as to what you should sound like close by in order to make yourself sound better far away. And up until now, with these new mics, I've never had a way of having both mics in every mock audition. It's definitely something I would recommend. I have a link below if you are interested in, checking it out or reading more about it. If there's other things that you'd want me to review or recommend to you, what software, what computers, what cameras, how to use a camera to create an audition tape or something like that. If there's other kinds of hardware, gear, software kinds of questions you have, let me know in the comments. I would love to make videos to address those things. If you're interested in preparing for an audition in an organized, structured, effective way, you can check out my 5-step guide to preparing for auditions called the Audition Cheat Sheet. That is available at robknopper.com/audition cheat sheet. If you like this video, give me a like. Make sure to subscribe to the channel, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.